In the last video, I have discussed what is elasticity of demand, and in the last video, I also discussed that there are three basic and primary points to be discussed while teaching or reading or learning elasticity of demand. And while studying elasticity of demand, what are these three points we are going to discuss today? Number one, what are the methods of measurement of elasticity of demand? Students, whenever we ask for the elasticity of demand, we have to measure what is the ratio between the change in price and change in demand. The ratio between change in price and change in demand of the commodity is known as elasticity of demand. When we say that there is change in demand for goods due to change in price, we have to measure what is the ratio, what is the tempo, what is the speed of the change in demand due to the change in price. And this very change due to the change in price is known as elasticity of demand, and we have to use four different methods to measure the elasticity of demand. And these methods are: number one, total outlay method. This is also known as Marshall method, will be discussed in later video. And number two, we will use this method, percentage method, while in measuring the elasticity of demand. Here, in total outlay method, we will discuss these two changes with respect of total expenditures or expenses of the consumer. But here we will find out the answer in percentage. And the third option is arc elasticity of point. And fourth method to measure the elasticity of demand is known as point elasticity of demand. Any method used to find out the elasticity of demand out of these four will be absolutely right one. Whatever you like, this will be correct one, and there will be no issue. You may use this method, this and this one, whatever you like. And number two, the second point to be discussed today in later video, inshallah, we will discuss it in detail. What are the types of elasticity of demand? There are three types of elasticity of demand. Number one, price elasticity of demand. Number two, income elasticity of demand. Number three, cross elasticity of demand. When there is change in demand because of change in price, this is known as price elasticity of demand. And when we are going to measure it, and if we are going to measure the elasticity that is due to change in income of the consumer, we may say that when there is a change in the income of the consumer, surely there will be change in demand of the demand for the goods. This demand change because of income of the consumer, but there is no change in price of the goods. There is a change in the income of the consumer, and this change due to the income of the consumer is known as income elasticity of demand. Number three, cross elasticity of demand. We see that sometimes there is a change in this commodity, there is a change in price in this commodity, but as a result there is change in other commodities, related commodities, there is a change in demand for other goods. We may say the substitution goods, complementary goods, supplementary goods. In cross elasticity, for example, we may say that when there is a change in cost of electricity, and when there is a change in price of elasticity, we may see the change in the purchases of electronic goods, because though the electronic goods may be cheaper, but electricity prices, high prices of electricity will affect the purchases or sale of electronic goods. This is known as cross elasticity of demand. And the price changes of this commodity, but there is a change seen in other commodities, substitution commodities. This may be complementary goods, this may be supplementary goods, and so on. And number three, degrees of elasticity of demand. What is the stamina? What is the ratio? What is the tempo? What is the speed of change in demand due to change in price. This may be of five types. Number one, elasticity may be equal to unit, and it means that the changes between price and demand are absolutely equal. If there is 100% change, surely there will also be 100% change. This is known as elasticity equal to 1 equal to unit. Number two, elasticity may be greater than unit. It means that there is a little change in price, but as a result there is a lot of changes there seen in the change of demand. This is known as higher elasticity of demand, and that is greater elasticity of demand. It means that elasticity is greater than a unit. Number three, elasticity may be less than a unit. It means that there is a lot of changes in price of the goods, but a little change is seen there in the demand for that goods. I mean, say there is 100% change in prices of the goods, but 10%, only 10% change is there seen in the demand for goods. This is known as elasticity less than unit. And number four, some goods are there which are absolutely inelastic, which are absolutely and non-elastic. Some goods which are elastic and which are inelastic. The goods which are absolutely inelastic, we may say that there is no elasticity. There is no elasticity in these goods, and the elasticity here will be equal to 0. And some goods are there which have limitless elasticity. If there is a little change in the prices of the goods, there is limitless changes in the prices in the demand for that goods. Limitless change is known as elasticity equal to infinity. It means that this is both changes here are equal, and here elasticity will be greater than 1, here elasticity will be less than 1, here and there will be no elasticity seen there, and here in this point there will be elasticity, limitless elasticity in that goods. Inshallah, will be discussed all these points one by one in the next videos. In next video we will discuss, inshallah, what are these four methods of elasticity of demand, but these four methods will be discussed separately in one video. In each point will be discussed in one video only. So we may say that elasticity of measurement of so we may say methods of measurement of elasticity of demand will be discussed in 4 separately videos next time. Please stay with us for that time. God bless you. But before leaving the channel, you have subscribed our channel and press the icon bell so that our latest video will be go to your doorstep. Thank you very much. Take care. Allah Hafiz.